And now at 5:30, the Lorain auditor warns the city's current spending is unsustainable.
So the word of caution comes as the Lorain City Council considers the final 2025 budget proposal tonight. Our News 5's Catherine Ross received a letter from a concerned resident. So Catherine spoke with city officials about the current financial picture and why tougher times could lie ahead.
Monday evening, the city auditor will submit his final 2025 budget. He tells us, bottom line, the city is spending more than it's making. Lorain ended 2024 with a $9.8 million cash balance. It's a number that's been slowly dwindling as pandemic relief money runs out and costs of operating a city continue to rise.
I don't think anybody should hit the panic button, but I do think that we need to keep an eye on it. Monitor it very closely.
Mayor Jack Bradley tells us a $2 million budget shortfall in 2024 is actually a positive sign. It's a significantly smaller gap than the $8 million shortfall predicted.
We're actually doing better than was forecasted by the state auditor, but we do use that as a tool.
The biggest expense was people. In 2024, Lorain spent $42.6 million on payroll. That's up from $36 million in the previous year, with a large chunk going to emergency services. This earnings report shared by the city auditor shows many of the police and fire command staff making more than $150,000. The mayor says the bump is partially due to overtime and retroactive pay after contract negotiations. He also tells us the city has had to prioritize pay to stay competitive.
We are an industrial base. We were used to having workers that were paid decently.
One viewer sent us this letter calling the spending on personnel inflated and suggesting a hiring freeze or attrition to trim costs. The city says attrition is already happening, but staffing cuts aren't an option. The auditor tells us new jobs and development after years of divestment from steel companies and others would help. Bradley is hopeful that's already happening.
I talk with developers almost on a weekly basis who want to come to Lorain and open new businesses.
The mayor says the city already brought in more revenue last year than expected, and he thinks more investment is on the way.
Is the current model sustainable for you guys?
I think so. I do. I think so.
Council may vote tonight on the proposed budget, but it has until April 1st to make a decision. In Lorain, Catherine Ross, News 5.